Well, hey everybody out there, welcome back to the channel. It's Chris here from JMNC Games, and today we are taking a look at the two-player battle Catapult Feud. The war for the floor has begun once more. It's for 2 players, and it's for ages 7 and up, and the average game time is about 30 to 40 minutes. If you haven't already done so, take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel. We greatly do appreciate that, and it sure does help us grow. And if you feel so inclined, if the videos helped you in any way, you can always support us directly by visiting the application Buy Me a Coffee. Now let's dive in and take a look at what's inside the box. There are 2 player boards, 2 catapults, 8 boulders, troop pieces, 5 for each player, 16 bricks for each player, and 1 gate for each player. There are 2 distance markers and 12 action cards. To set up, each player should take a player board and their sets of troops, bricks, and gate. Each player should be approximately 1.5 meters apart from each other. Players now use their bricks and gate to build their castle. Once complete, they now place their 5 troops somewhere on the castle. When building, bricks must lay flat, either horizontally or vertically, but they cannot be placed to lean. When placing your troops, they can go on top of any piece of the castle where they can fit. They can be placed on the mat and not on a castle piece, but if you do so, they need to be placed a distance of 1 using the distance marker. 1 on the distance marker is using the shorter side. 2 is using its longer side. Once the setup is complete, players can now take their catapults and place it on either side of their player mat. The front of the catapult can be only a maximum of 2 using the distance marker. That is the longer side of the distance marker. Each player should get their 4 boulders and 6 action cards. The cards they receive should be 1 of each type of card. Shuffle the cards and draw 3. Those 3 are now in your hand, and the rest are a draw pile. On a player's turn, there are 4 phases. The first phase is the tactics phase. This is where you can play one of your cards from your hand if you wish to do so. If you play a card, you follow the actions of that card. They are rebuild. You can move up to 3 bricks, either on the player board or bricks that have been removed from the game, and then replace them as you wish following the rules of placement. Thief. Your opponent must hold up their cards in their hand. You can now draw 1 card at random and place it into your hand. Traitor. For this round, you can use your opponent's catapult to fire at their castle. You can turn the catapult, but not move it to a new location. March. You can move up to 3 troops that are still in play on the player board. You have to follow the normal rules of placement. Rapid shot. You can take 2 shots this turn, but you cannot move the catapult between shots. And the twin attack. You can copy the effect of a card that has already been played by you or your opponent. Next is the aiming phase. This is where you can move your catapult to where you would like to take your shot from. Keep in mind, it cannot be any further than a distance of 2 from your player board. Next is the fire phase. Load your catapult and fire! Finally, there is the cleanup phase. If any bricks or troops have been knocked off of the player mat, they are removed from the game. Take them and place them into the box. If any troops on the player board have been knocked flat or are leaning, they are removed from the game. If you have lost any troops during your turn, you may draw 1 new card for every troop that has been removed. Retrieve your boulders, and now it's time for your opponent to take their turn following the same 4 phases. The first player to remove all of their opponent's troops from the player board is the winner of the game. And that's how you play Catapult Feud. Thanks for joining us today. We sure hope you enjoyed our short explanation on Catapult Feud. If you got any questions, you can drop those down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer those as quickly as I can. And while you're there, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. We greatly do appreciate that, and it sure does help us grow. And now we know the basics, so let's play.